Hi, welcome to my very first tutorial. I thought I'd do a tutorial, I don't know if there is any out there on YouTube or anything, on these porcelain flowers. Now I haven't come up with the idea, I've seen it in the craft stamper, so let's get started. Let's put that down there. First of all, I'd like to share what I do with my melting pot. If there's some UT left in the pot and it's not the colour you want, well, that's fine. This is what I do. I buy these silicone cupcake cases from the pound shop and you get quite a few. Now there's only a bit of this in. Now this is clear UT but it's overcooked, but it doesn't mean I can't use it. It just means it's no go for using it for clear. So I'm going to pour it in here now. And this is like also how I clean it. I know you can't really see this proper and there's hardly going to be anything here. I just wanted to share with you a couple of hints and tips that I've found along the way. Yeah, I could add this into a colour, so it wouldn't matter. So if I poured this into, say I was doing a black UT, I can just add this bit. I like to say, see, there's next to nothing there, really. But then that'll just go away and cool, and the rest of it, just get some tissue paper and watch that you don't burn your hands, obviously, because it is very, very hot stuff. And trust me, I bit my hand and it's not pretty, it's not nice. I bit my hand because my son went to go and get into it, and save him getting burnt, I sort of moved on the way, and next minute I had a ton of UT on my hands. It was full of blisters and everything. Couldn't craft for about a fortnight proper because it was so painful. Now my pot's a fair few years old now, so that's why you can see like the burnt element in there. It was actually bought it second hand and it was like that, but it's fine. It doesn't take away the workings away from it. So that's that done. You see, yucky. I suppose you could even like take the bits off like that, but I'm not that bothered. So first of all, to start off, is I'm going to pour my UT in here ready, so it can be melting down. Now I just store my clay UT in this because I buy it that big, and my friend's shop sells it via the bag and it's much cheaper than buying it elsewhere, like in the tubs. Right, so first of all you need 3 flowers, and I've just used this punch for my flower. I've also used stamps in the past and dies. I've used nestability dies and stuff like that, but for this particular one I've used this punch, and I've used the Kelly Panache, I think that's how you pronounce the name, and this is 2 of a kind paper. So you can see I've made quite a few of these. Now because I'm only using paper and it's white on the other side, I'm going to use my Distress ink tool before I start cutting it up, and I'm just going to give it a colouring because I don't want that really like the whiteness showing through. I want it staying blue. I mean, you can actually just do your own colouring anyway, without actually using patterned scrapbook papers, and it's a really good way of using up your scraps as well. So I'll show you one my daughter has made. I'm sure she won't mind, and it's one set. I just get it, and what she made, and she just used normal copier paper, which I didn't think would work, and just used orange and yellow inks. But I don't know if you can see that. Oops, sorry. There we are. I don't know if it's going to pick up because like it's pitch black outside now, but my daughter is not a crafter. She's only doing this because she liked my mini cupcake. She came up with the idea with the leaves. She'd drawn the leaves herself and everything. So, and I really think that is absolutely fabulous. She's done well better than what I ever have done. So that was my daughter's. So, and I think we all know how to sort of do these, but you just take one and you do a slit, and then to the middle areas, and then another one and you take one petal out, and then you take the third flower and take 2 petals out. Don't worry if it's not dead precise, mine are not dead precise, but they still work out okay. Right, now I use the PVA glue in one of these little tubs. Now these are, I buy these for £4 and they come with a treated pin, so it doesn't make the glue rusty or anything, and this, like, PVA glue isn't expensive anyway, but this really does go a long way, and also makes things dry much quicker. So this is just what I use, and I'm sure there's plenty of other things there. So on this is you just want to really get to put a bit of body into your petals. I mean, it's not set in stone this right now anyway, it's just easier to glue. And all you do is you take one end to the other end and you just literally marry it up with the next one. Now it does get more and more difficult the less leaves there is, and then I just take a peg and that's it, and then I'll leave that to dry. And then on this one, again the same. I hope I'm doing okay, I've never done a tutorial before, so that's to leave some comments for me. And again, you just want to tease that around with your bone folder or whatever tool that you like to use. Like I say, it does get harder the more, I need the glue, the more the less petals that you've got left. I mean, the 1 and 2 petals are really quite difficult. Now you don't have to do the 1 petal, but I quite like the 1 petal, so, and I just sort of like pinch that at the bottom like so, because I still want 2 leaves, you see. So sorry, totally off camera. And then just get another peg, and it doesn't matter that these get squished up, because, oops, see, now mine's come undone. Sorry, not the best tutorial, am I? Sorry. Right, so you've got that, and the 1 petal, you literally just roll it. Now I like to roll it with the pattern on the outside this time, because you don't get to see really the downside of the inside of this particular petal. I do tend to do it on the other petal too, so, but, and you just manipulate that round and round, so it's just going to look really squished up really. And a bit of glue, and then peg that. So I'm just going to put this glue away now. I know I've forgotten something, I just remembered something that I needed, but now I've forgot. Tweezers. Can you just give me a second while I get my tweezers? Just going to check that, see that is going nicely, that's nearly enough melted, that. So it's nice timing. Now also, what you need, well, I find it easy to do it this way, is just a pen, but just with a circle end on it. And what you want to do is take your pen and just squish it down so that it gives it a bit of a base. So you're squishing the bottom. Now I try to do it with my fingers and I'm hopeless like that, so I've just found it easier to do it this way, that's all. So, and I just do that on the first 2 and then the 3rd one. So hold on, it can get quite tricky, the one with the 3 leaves. So you've got all 3 of those that are flat. So I'm just waiting for those to dry really. Don't do anything to those 2. So that's all you need that pen for, that. So, and then while this leaf is drying, you can still start to shape the leaves. So can be doing that, and I try to curl them as well. Once I've used it with a finger, just roll it between my 2 fingers. So we just do that. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I know the lighting ain't too yellow. Never filmed at night really, I don't think I have. I may have done with my camera but I don't remember. So I'm just going to leave that one petal there, and don't forget to go back to it, because you need to do all your manipulating of the paper or card or whatever you decide that you want to use. You need to do this before you put it in the UT, because once it's been put in the UT and comes out, that's it. You can't go back and manipulate it. Not to my knowledge, you can't anyway. So because obviously it's set solid. And the effects of these are beautiful. Now I am just going to, the two petal ones, I am just going to open it up that way like that. So, right, I should go back to this one because of they've used the fine tip on the PVA glue. It really doesn't take much. I mean, lots of people use glossy accents and stuff, but I think, well, that's more expensive, so I tend to use that for the glossy accent side of it. The odd occasion I do use it as a glue, but it's an awfully expensive glue, and you can get like a 120ml of PVA glue for say £1 or something. And if you go to craft shows, well then you can even get it cheaper sometimes if they've got deals on. So let's hit the peg off that one. So, but I think I'm going to have to do a part 2 because we're already on 12 minutes, sorry, nearly. Gosh, that's just sort of flew by. I can't believe it's taken me that long to do this. I thought I was well organised. Right, so we're going to leave that there then, and please join me in part 2 to actually see how we assemble the porcelain flower. Okay, thank you, bye.